Today our topic is the dichotomy of control, the key to peace. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like we are stuck in a storm, unable to find calm. But what if I told you that there is a simple idea that can help you find peace, no matter what is happening around you? This idea comes from ancient philosophy called Stoicism, and it is called the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is about understanding what is in your control and what is not. Once you understand this, you can stop wasting energy on things you cannot change and focus on what you can. This is the key to finding peace in your life. Let me explain this idea in more detail. Imagine you are walking down the street and it starts to rain. You did not plan for this, and you do not have an umbrella. What do? You could get upset and complain about the rain, but that will not stop it. The rain is not in your control. What is in your control is how you react to it. You can choose to accept the rain and find shelter, or you can even enjoy the experience of walking in the rain. This is the essence of the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. The things that are up to us are our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. The things that are not up to us are everything else: the weather, other people's opinions, traffic, and even the past. The problem is that we often spend too much time worrying about things we cannot control. We worry about what others think of us. We stress about things that happened in the past, and we get anxious about the future. But none of these things are in our control. When we focus on them, we feel helpless and frustrated. The Stoics believe that this is the root of most of our suffering. We try to control the uncontrollable, and when we fail, we feel defeated. But if we can learn to let go of what we cannot control and focus on what we can find peace. Let me give you another example. Imagine you are preparing for a job interview. You can control how much you prepare, how you present yourself, and how you answer the questions. These are all things within your power. But you cannot control whether the interviewer likes you, whether someone else is more qualified, or whether the company decides to hire someone else. These things are not in your control. If you spend all your time worrying about whether you will get the job, you will feel stressed and anxious. But if you focus on what you can control, preparing well and doing your best, you will feel confident and at peace, no matter what the outcome is. The Stoics believe that this idea applies to every area of life. For example, in relationships, you cannot control how other people treat you, but you can control how you treat them. You cannot control whether someone loves you, but you can control whether you act with kindness and respect. In health, you cannot control whether you get sick, but you can control how you take care of your body and how you respond to illness. In work, you cannot control whether you get promoted, but you can control how hard you work and how you improve your skills. The key is to focus on your own actions and attitudes, because these are the only things you can truly control. When you do this, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the master of your own life. You realize that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond. This is what it means to be free. But this is not always easy. Let's be honest, it is hard to let go of things we care about. It is hard to accept that we cannot control everything. We want to believe that if we just try hard enough, we can change the world. But the truth is, we cannot. And that is okay. The Stoics believe that accepting this truth is the first step toward peace. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from a lot of unnecessary stress and frustration. One way to practice this is to ask yourself a simple question. Is this in my control? Whenever you feel worried, stressed, or upset, take a moment to think about what is causing these feelings. Is it something you can control? If it is, take action. Do what you can to improve the situation. But if it is not, let it go. Accept it as it is. This does not mean you have to like it or agree with it. It just means you stop fighting against it. You stop wasting energy on something you cannot change. For example, let's say you are stuck in traffic. You can get angry and honk your horn, but that will not make the traffic go away. Or you can accept that you are stuck and use the time to listen to music, think, or just relax. The traffic is not in your control, but your reaction is. By choosing to accept it, you turn a frustrating situation into a peaceful one. Another example is when someone says something hurtful to you. You cannot control what they say, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to let their words upset you, or you can choose to let them go. You can remind yourself that their opinion is not a reflection of your worth. This is not easy, but with practice, it becomes easier. The more you focus on what is in your control, the less power the uncontrollable has over you. The Stoics also believed that we should not just accept the things we cannot control, but we should embrace them. They called this Amor Fati, which means love of fate. This means that instead of resisting what happens, we should accept it and even see it as an opportunity. For example, if you lose your job, instead of seeing it as a failure, you can see it as a chance to find something better. If you get sick, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you can use the time to reflect and grow. This is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It is about finding meaning and purpose in every situation, no matter how difficult. The dichotomy of control is a powerful tool, but it is not a magic solution. It does not make life easy, but it makes it manageable. It helps you focus on what truly matters and let go of what does not. It teaches you that peace does not come from controlling everything around you, but from controlling yourself. In conclusion, the dichotomy of control is the key to peace, because it helps you focus on what is truly important. It reminds you that you cannot control everything, but you can always control how you respond. By letting go of what you cannot control and focusing on what you can, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and find peace in any situation. This is not easy, but with practice, it becomes a way of life. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, is this in my control? If it is, take action. If it is not, let it go. And remember, no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond. This is the key to peace. This is the key to a good life.